So we have challenges coming in. This is called the Resiliency Ninja Set Point. This is your natural way that you or someone on your team is going to respond to challenges. We all have a natural set point. Doesn't mean it's where we need to stay. It doesn't mean that where you are is wrong. There's absolutely no judgment with this. And when we look at this resilience model, we want to look at it as an individual. So hopefully as a leader, you are going to find something that's going to work for you. We want to think about who's on your team. So as a manager, looking at how could you shift how you're communicating with someone to try to get them to become more resilient. And then ultimately we can look at it as an organizational level at the big level. First one is victim. And you probably know someone like this. Their problem is their identity. I can't believe this happened to me. They basically have given up all control over things. You will recognize this person because they are still complaining about a change that was made 2 years ago. In many cases, they may be unaware that they are actually the problem. The risk with a victim is that they can suck all the enthusiasm out of a day. And if we don't try to figure out how do we either move them up the dial or contain them so that they don't influence everybody else, then we run into a problem of that becoming the culture. Okay, so that's the victim. The second set point is the person who goes numb. A number outer. These are the people who are your Netflix marathon people. Okay, not everybody will do that every now and again, but these are the people who will, when challenge hits, they will do that. They're also the ones who, when things are going wrong, they won't necessarily speak up. And they'll hide their true emotions and their frustration with the situation. And sometimes these are the people who you thought everything was okay, and then they up and quit one day. Can you think of somebody on your team who's like that? They actually are like problems, denial. They'll say things like, it is what it is, whatever, I don't care. They'll respond to problems by ignoring things. So if they think it's time for a review or for some sort of a chat, or they think that you're want to discipline them on something, they'll like duck out to the bathroom or leave early or get sick or something and not want to deal with that difficult conversation. Now, I want to give you full disclosure. This is my set point. If I do not practice the Resiliency Ninja formula every day, I will go numb to problems. I'll just ignore it. The gotta go technique. Gotta go deal with something else that I want to deal with. And so the risk for this group is that you will go through the motions of life without the emotions of life. And you wake up one day and you go, what happened? Where did it all go? So we're going to talk next about how do we start moving some of these people on the dial, okay? So that's a numb person. Hey, can you think of somebody who fits that category? Okay. Then there's the reactive. Their identity is most closely linked to the to-do list. They're busy. Who's busy? Who is not? Oh, nobody in this room is busy. What? Oh my goodness, I was going to say. Yes, let's try that again. Who is busy? Who is not busy? Society has glamorized living in this reactive state. So there are people who will just, not know how to say no. They'll take on too much. They'll try to have trouble delegating, perhaps. Or when they do delegate, maybe they micromanage it on the other end. So it just becomes another thing on their list. They're defined by the to-do list. Who has a to-do list? Who realizes it's never going to end? I think most of our stress is this expectation that one day we finish the game. No, we just cross it off, put it on a new list. So it's actually a to-do circle. And the reactive people are caught up in this. The risk here is that your mood will be often defined by how well you're managing that to-do list. So if you're late for something, you might be short with somebody, or cut them off early, or have road rage, or whatever the case may be. But the risk is there could be people on your team who don't feel comfortable reaching out to you and having a conversation and talking to you about where they want to go with their career and sharing all those details with you because they feel you're too busy for them. Have you ever felt somebody in your leadership team was too busy for you? Look at all the heads nodding. How are you doing that for your team? We can lead and manage according to where people are on the set point. So for example, for a victim, we want to plug the rabbit hole. Do you know what I mean by that? When a victim is complaining about something, they'll just spin, go round and round and round, and it's shocking how much, in an extreme example, how much blame they can put on everyone else for everything going wrong.